Hello, my name is Miss Julie and I am from the Warrenville Public Library in Warrenville, Illinois. Welcome to today's STEAM Team Challenge. And this month our challenges are all to do with the sun because we finally have some warm summer days and we should be able to do some STEAM challenges outside. So our two activities for today are sun print art and creating your own sundial to tell time. So I'll start with the solar print art project here. So sun printing is an older form of photography, of photographic printing. The paper actually has light sensitive chemicals on it, which react when they're exposed to sunlight. So that's why I have it double bagged and I wrote do not open, because the minute it's exposed to sunlight, it's gonna start processing it. Now, when objects are placed on the paper, they would block out the light and it would create your prints. To stop the paper from processing any further, you're going to rinse it in some water because that'll fix your images, your prints onto your paper. So before you get started, you're gonna want your piece of cardboard here. This is gonna be roughly the size of what the paper is gonna look like, so it gives you an idea. You're gonna want your solar paper in your black bag. You're gonna want whatever you're planning on printing on the paper, which could be leaves. I have some little leaf shapes here, but you could go out in your backyard and find some cool leaves, flowers, rocks. You can really print whatever you'd like on there. And let's see, and then you need a bowl or container of some sort that you could put water in so that when your paper is done processing, you can rinse off your paper. So the first thing you'll do after you have those items, oh, and one more thing. You also need a piece of transparent glass. So glass that you could see through. You're gonna lay that on top of whatever you're printing to keep it staying still, but so that the sun still reaches the paper. A really great example of this would be from a photo frame. You could just take the glass part out of the photo frame to use for this project and then put it back afterwards. So, you have all of those materials, you can go ahead and begin your preparation. Go inside at first when you're preparing this. You don't want to be near all the sunlight yet or all the even just indoor lights. So think about how you want to place the items you're printing. Use the cardboard as an example. Try to think, okay, how do I want this to lay out on my paper? Then turn off the lights in whatever room you're in, and you're going to have the cardboard first. You're gonna take out your paper. I know my lights aren't out, so it might start processing a bit, but you'll see, here's our paper here, and I'm gonna put it down and place my items on it. And then put your piece of transparent glass, your photo frame, on top of it so that it stays in place. Go outside and put it down under the sun, and you're gonna let it sit for maybe 1 to 5 minutes. Today while I'm filming, it's a pretty cloudy day out right now, so it would take a little bit longer, but if you're doing this on a really sunny day, it could be a lot quicker. So you just gotta keep checking it to see how it's going. It should change the paper's color from blue to a lighter color, and then to white. And when it has done that, when you're done processing it, you're gonna rinse out your paper in your water here and let it dry somewhere. If it gets a little wrinkly or anything, you could decide to press some books on it after it's dried to make sure that it stays flat and good to go for your artwork. All right, so that is activity 1. The next one is a sundial, which, before we had watches and clocks and, smartphones and devices that told us our time, the ancient people used to watch the position of the sun to keep track of time. So how the sun traveled through the sky told them what time it was. A sundial was used as the instrument to track how the sun moves throughout the day by watching where the shadow falls on a surface. So what we have here is we have a paper plate with a hole in it, and we have a straw. And this is a great one to do outside if you can just stick your straw through the hole and then find some dirt and just go ahead and keep the plate steady, flat on the ground, and so that the straw is sticking straight up and down. When it's straight up and down. If you think it might be a windy day, it's also a good idea to put some rocks or some pins, something to keep this in the same place, okay? And what you're gonna find is, depending on where the light's at, you're gonna get a shadow. You're probably not gonna be able to see it on my paper, but you'll get a shadow from this straw. And go ahead at whatever time you're looking at it, trace out that line and write down what time it was. Now, if you could do that a couple of times in the day, you should see that you get your own kind of clock through these shadows throughout the day. Another fun idea is to check it on another day to see if it matches out. All right, my friends, well, those are your 2 challenges. I wish you very good luck and thank you for doing our STEAM Team Challenge.